Junk food has become increasingly popular among students due to its convenient affordability and appealing taste. Foods such as instant noodles, fast food, snacks, and sugary drinks are often consumed during busy schedules, while studying or late at night. Although these foods provide quick energy, they are usually high in calories, sugar, and unhealthy fats, and low in essential nutrients. Frequent consumption of junk food can lead to weight gain and may negatively affect overall health if not balanced with a nutritious diet. Body mass index (BMI) is a widely used indicator to assess whether a person's weight is within a healthy range. Since BMI is closely related to body weight and fat, high junk food consumption may contribute to increases or fluctuations in BMI over time. Understanding students' junk food consumption patterns, the reasons behind their choice, and their effects on BMI can provide valuable insights into dietary habits and health outcomes. This study aims to explore these patterns and examine the potential relationship between junk food intake and BMI among students.
The objective for this survey aims to determine how often fast food is consumed by Part 3 Diploma in Applied Science students at University Technology Maharajankar. Secondly, this study aims to assess students' awareness of how junk food consumption affects body mass index and overall health. Thirdly, this study aims to identify the effect of junk food consumption on BMI. Lastly, this study aims to determine the BMI status of AS120 students at UiTM Jangkar, such as underweight, normal, overweight, and obese.
Let's look at this pie chart. This pie chart shows the BMI categories among students, which is underweight, normal, overweight, and obesity. The largest group is students with normal BMI, which is 60%, which means most students have a healthy body weight. This is a positive sign and suggests good balance in diet and lifestyle among the majority. The overweight category accounts for 22% of the students. This shows that nearly 1/4 of students have a higher than a normal BMI, which could increase health risks if not managed properly. The underweight groups make up 60%, indicating that some students may not be getting enough nutrition or have other factors affecting their body weight. Lastly, only 2% of students are classified as obese, which is a small proportion, but still important to address for health awareness. Overall, while most students have a healthy BMI, attention is still needed for those who are underweight or overweight.
The first category with the highest junk food consumption is while studying, with 26 students. This shows that many students tend to snack on junk food during study session, like due to stress, tiredness, or needing a quick energy boost. Frequent snacking like this can contribute to an increase in BMI over time. The second highest category is super, with 12 students here. Super refers to late night eating, not dinner. Late night junk food consumption is especially linked to higher BMI because the body digests food more slowly at night, and excess calories are more easily stored as fat. Next, for dinner, 8 students consume junk food. Although this is lower compared to studying or late night eating, having junk food as main evening meal can still contribute to increased calorie intake and potential BMI changes. Finally, the lowest junk food consumption happens during lunch, with only 4 students. This may be because lunch is usually a structured meal, and students might have better access to healthier food choices during the day. In summary, the chart shows that junk food is most consumed while studying and during late night super, both of which can heavily influence BMI. Reducing late-night eating and studying snacks could help students maintain a healthier BMI.
This multiple bar chart shows the types of junk food consumed by students categorized by gender, which are female and male. The x-axis represents the type of junk food, including fast food, instant noodles, snacks, and sugary drinks, while the y-axis shows the number of the students. From the chart, it can be observed that fast food and snacks are the most commonly consumed junk food among both male and female students. Female students show a higher consumption in all categories compared to male students, especially in fast food and instant noodle. Sugary drinks have the lowest consumption among both genders. Overall, the chart indicates the female students consume junk food more frequently than male students, with snacks and fast food being the most popular choices.
This chart shows us the main reason students eat junk food. The two biggest reasons, tied at 12 students each, are very simple. The food is easy to get and it just tastes good. This tells us that convenience and great flavor are the most important thing pushing students to eat junk food. The third big reason is stress, with 10 students using this food to cope or feel better. Other reasons include being influenced by peer influence and because the food is cheap, with 6 students citing each of those. When we look at the gender breakdown, we see that slightly more girls say that the food is easy to get, while more boys say it tastes good. Overall, the chart message is clear. Students are eating junk food mainly because it is available, quick, and satisfying for their taste buds. We now move to the descriptive analysis of our data, specifically focusing on the student weight. This table provides a snapshot of the central tendency, dispersion, and shape of our weight distribution for the 50 students surveyed. First, let's look at the average. The mean weight of the student is 60.46. Interestingly, the median weight, which is the exact middle value, is slightly lower at 60, while the most frequency occurring weight is 65. This tells us that the data is not perfectly symmetrical, as the mean, median, and mode are not identical. Next, we examine the spread of the data. The range of weight is 65, spanning from a minimum to 32 to a maximum of 97. This is a wide range indicating high variability among the students' weight. The typical deviation from the mean, our standard deviation, is 30.14. Finally, the skewness is a small positive value, 0.25, meaning the distribution is slightly skewed to the right, with a longer tail toward the heavier weight. In summary, with a large spread at the average weight slightly above the median, our analysis reveals a group with high varied weight, suggesting a diverse population that warrants further investigation into the factor influencing this spread.
This table shows the descriptive statistic for BMI value of 50 students. The mean BMI is 22.86, which falls within the normal BMI range, indicating that the average student has a healthy body weight. The median is 22.25, which is close to the mean, showing that the data is fairly balanced. The mode is 20.3, meaning this BMI value appears most frequently among the students. The standard deviation is 4.27, indicating a moderate spread of BMI value around the mean. This means student BMI do vary, but not extremely. The range is 19.9, with BMI value going from a minimum of 13.7 underweight to a maximum of 30.6 obese, showing a wide overall spread. The skewness value of 0.43 suggests the data is slightly right skewed, meaning there are a few students with higher BMI value pulling the distribution to the right. the kurtosis value of 0.38 indicate the distribution is close to normal with no extreme peaks or outliers. Overall, these statistics show that while most students have a normal BMI, there is noticeable variation with some students being underweight and others overweight or obese.
Next, this table shows the descriptive statistic for junk food consumption among 50 students. The mean value is 2.7, indicating a moderate level of junk food consumption among students. The median is 2.5 and the mood is 2. That means most students eat junk food sometimes. The standard deviation is approximately 1.02, showing that there is some variation in consumption patterns among students. The minimum value is 1 and the maximum value is 5, giving a range of 4, which indicate difference in individual consumption frequency. The skewness value of 0.77 shows that the data is slightly positively skewed, meaning more students are clustered at lower consumption levels. In conclusion, the descriptive analysis suggests that while junk food consumption is common, most students consume it at a moderate level.
Finally, this slide presents the descriptive analysis of junk food spending among students. The mean spending is 23.16 with median of 20, indicating a moderate level of junk food consumption. The mood of 10 suggests that many students spend relatively little on junk food. The standard deviation of 14.30 and a range of 45 show a wide variation in spending habits. The positive skewness value of 0.82 indicates that a small group of students spend much more on junk food. The kurtosis value of negative 0.48 shows that the data distribution is relatively flat, meaning spending is spread out rather than concentrated around the mean. Overall, based on 15 students, this analysis suggests that differences in junk food consumption may distribute to variations in BMI among students. And that's all from me. Thank you.
The study shows that students' junk food consumption affect their weight and BMI. The pie chart highlights the distribution of students across BMI categories, while the simple bar chart shows how often students eat junk food for each week. The multiple bar chart compares the type of junk food consumed, and the component bar chart illustrates the main reason for consumption, such as taste, easy to get, stress, and peer influence. Descriptive analysis indicate that frequent junk food intake is linked to higher weight, BMI, and spending. Overall, the findings highlight the impact of junk food habits on student health and the importance of promoting healthier dietary choices.